Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to Reads and Eats. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you've come and clicked to my video today. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I'm just going to be catching you up on what I was reading last week and maybe what I've been doing. Not that I've been doing very much. And also just what I'm going to be reading this weekend. So, I'm sorry this is a day late. It's Saturday when I'm filming this. Yesterday I just didn't feel that great. I'd been out Thursday, I'd been out on Friday, yesterday, and I was just so tired. And I just was like, no, I don't have the energy or the mental capacity to sit and do a video. So that's why I postponed it and put it on till today. Reading wise this week, it's been a good week. I did decide to put aside The Awakened Mage by Karen Miller. I was 260 pages in, friends, and I just was not feeling it. I just couldn't get into the story, couldn't really care about the characters. And I really enjoyed the first book. And it was like, no, I just couldn't do it. I kept kind of wanting to skip ahead to just find out what happened. And it was just, I thought, no, I just can't. I can't just do this. So I decided, no, I'm going to put it aside and call it a not for me. So I then decided I needed something light and fluffy and, a fun read. So on my Kindle Paperwhite, I picked up A Family with the Cowboy by Elsa Winkler. I gave this one 3.5 out of 5. I did enjoy it. So we meet Hayden, and Hayden is a widower, and he's been a widower for about 2 to 3 years, and he's obviously still grieving his wife. He has a young son who is in elementary school, and Luke used to be like outgoing, vivacious, etc., but not anymore. And Hayden knows that he's getting grumpier and grumpier, but he's also carrying the guilt of something that happened to his brother. And a couple of years ago as well. So here's that. He runs the ranch with his other two brothers and his sister. His sister Willow has inherited the gift of the second sight. Okay, so she can sort of foretell things are going to happen, either just as they're happening, or if somebody's in trouble, then she kind of knows. But Hayden's son is like not doing his chores, and the reason he's not doing his chores is because he's enjoying reading. He loves reading. He has found reading as such a pleasure, and he's following the guidelines of his new teacher, that it is great to sit down and read a book. So he's following this, but he's not doing his chores. So Hayden goes to confront his son's teacher, Laura Anderson. He doesn't expect it to be her. He expects it to be this older lady, but he hasn't been reading any of the emails, etc. from the school. So he meets Laura, but he's already previously met her in the bar. In the bar of a hotel. Like, they glanced at each other, and he was like, ooh, he was attracted to her, but it was like, no, I'm not doing anything about it. And of course he walks into this classroom all guns blazing, like, oh, how dare you tell my son to be reading and not doing his chores. And of course he comes face to face with Laura. And so it's instant attraction, guys. And that's not one of my things. I'm just like, oh, please. So that was annoying. And then it's like, do they, don't they, relationship wise? And every time they meet, they end up kissing each other. And it's like, a full-on snog fest. And they go, oh, we can't do this. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, if you can't do it, then don't meet, And that really began to annoy me, I have to say. There are also, it is a spicy book. It has 3 chili peppers, so 3 sex scenes. Were they needed? No, it just kind of showed that they couldn't keep their hands off each other, basically. I just didn't think it added to the story. I really enjoyed the story. If I take those bits out, I really did enjoy this story. I thought the characters were really good. I liked the fact that Laura was in this town, new town, wanted to just put down roots, build a community for herself. She met people within the town. She helped one of the ladies at the yarn store. She's helped her organise a knit and book group and got various other people to come and join. I really liked the interaction between Laura and Hayden's mother and Hayden's sister Willow, also with his brothers as well. It was really good. But I just thought, instant attraction, can't keep your hands off each other, and it was like, it just didn't, for me personally, didn't need that. But I did like the story. So that's why it only got 3.5. If there had been less of the physical aspect, it would have been bumped up. But that's just the way it goes. It's the start of a series. Will I continue with the series? I probably will, because I want to know what happens to the other, like his two brothers and his sister. But I'm just hoping that the author will maybe reduce the spice level and reduce all the kissing. I'm not a prude. I'm definitely not a prude, but I'm just like, please, cut it out. If you don't want to kiss each other, don't kiss each other. Simples. So yeah, so that was that one. I then went on and read The Next Deadly Chapter by V.M. Burns. This is the next book in the Mystery Bookshop series. I gave this one 4.5 to 5 out of 5. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. So we're back with Samantha, Nana Jo and company. And Sam is doing a talk about her latest book at this, I think it's the casino that they go to, and there's a guy that starts heckling her, and he's like, women should be in the kitchen where they belong, and things like this. And Nana Jo just turns on him. She just gives him it, and it's really funny. And then the manager of the resort comes in and makes the man leave. So as recompense for this, he gives Sam a weekend at the resort for herself and 5 folk, for 5 friends. So she knows that her fiancé Frank's mother is coming to town, and she thinks, actually, it might be a good idea if I bring her to the resort. She's a high-flying doctor. Be great to bring her to the resort. Might give her some relaxation time, and it would mean we could actually maybe start talking to each other and get to know each other a bit better. So that's the plan. And she's also going to take Nana Jo and the girls with her. So excellent. And Sam takes Nana Jo to pick up Frank's mother in, is it Boston? I think it is. And this woman is so standoffish. She really is like, I wouldn't call her a snob, but she's not very warm towards Sam. And she insists in calling Frank Francis. And Sam's like, I didn't know Frank was called Francis. And Frank's like, when she tells him, I'm not. My mother wanted to call me Francis, but my dad wanted me to call Frank because I'm Frank. But she insists on calling me Francis, and I hate it. So that's kind of where that goes. And before they go to the resort, Nana Jo and everyone, they're throwing Frank and Sam an engagement party at the restaurant that Frank runs. And it's at that point that Nana Jo and Camilla, Frank's mother, hit it off, because they both like Murder, She Wrote. Okay, so they're having arguments as to who's the best detective, blah de blah. They get to the resort, and Sam is shown into this suite on the penthouse, okay? There are 4 penthouse suites. She's got one of them. It's got 3 bedrooms, ensuite, that works. And she's like, I can't stay here. I just cannot stay here. So she swaps with Frank's mother. And everything's going okay. They're having, they've had dinner and stuff like this. And then Frank's mother wakens her up with a telephone call going, you need to get here now. And she goes up and there's this dead body in the suite. And she's like, I kind of know that guy, but where do I know him from? So they decide that what's going to happen is that before they can phone the police, that basically Sam and Frank's mother need to swap rooms again. So they do that, and then she phones Nana Jo. And she gets back up to the suite to discover the body's not there. But she has a photograph of the body. So she phones, her Nana Jo goes, right, you need to phone your sister. So Jenna, her sister, comes, and Jenna goes, you need to get Detective Pitt here now. So they get the detective here. They then end up sort of phoning the hotel security. And because it's on tribal land, there has to be tribal police involved. So they do all this, and then Nana Jo and Sam go for a walk, and then they discover the body in a burn. And the story goes from there. And it is really good because, as usual, all the characters get their bits to do. They all have to do their bit. And then, like, Camilla goes, what can I do? And she's like, the FBI or whatever, the main piece, are not going to be there until after the weekend. And she's like, I've done an autopsy before. And Jenna goes, right, okay, can you and Detective Pitt deal with that side of things? Absolutely, no problem. So we have this going on. It's like, is there a little romance possibly going to happen there? So I really did enjoy it. I loved being back with these characters. The plot line was good that it just kept me going on and on. I enjoyed seeing how it was developed and how they were getting around, finding out who the murderer was and sort of narrowing in on their suspects. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next one. So I then needed something else. I finished that on what night? Finished that Thursday. And I knew that I couldn't sort of start in a new book because I have a buddy read starting today. I've got 2 buddy reads, you'll find out about them in a minute. So I can't just read a book for one night or 2 nights. So I ended up picking up, I'm having to use my tablet because my other Kindle that I use for audio is not allowing Audible to play for whatever reason. So I am listening to Ree Drummond's Frontier Frolics. I'd heard Tammy from Believe in Yourself speak about it, and I thought that sounds really good. It sounds so fun. And I picked it up, and Ree actually is narrating it, which is making it even better. I am loving it. I normally listen to audiobooks on 1.5 speed. Not this time. I'm listening to this at normal speed because I just want to savour it and enjoy it. And I am really enjoying it. It is so good, so fun. And she's just bringing these like snippets of life to life with the way that she is, narrating it and retelling the story. So thoroughly enjoying that. I also wanted to kind of read something. So last night I decided, right, I can read a magazine. So I was on Libby and I read the Ree Drummond magazine from Christmas, which is good. And then I thought, wait a minute, I've kept 3 magazines that I absolutely adore. One of them is a Bella Grace cozy issue. And then there are 2 other Bella Grace magazines. I managed to get them from friends who went to Canada and brought them back for me. So, because we can't get them here. So I decided, but it's great because I can just reread them and reread them and reread them, which is lovely. So I started rereading the cozy issue last night, and it was just delightful. Yeah, I did that and watched Wales get absolutely gubbed by France last night in the Six Nations. I thought it was going to be France were going to put 40 points on them. What I didn't expect was Wales not to score anything. It was like, oh my goodness. So Welsh rugby is... It's not good, mind you, knowing that probably Wales will come up to Scotland and gub us. Be sod's law. So, right, what am I going to be reading this weekend, apart from Ree Drummond and dipping back into the cosy issue? So I'm starting to read Starlight Bridge by Debbie Mason. This is book 2 in the Harmony Harbour series. I'm buddy reading this with Elizabeth from Lizzie Fay Loves Books. We're reading 2 chapters a day. So I've got... How much have I got to read? How many pages have I got to read today? I've got 28 pages to read today, so that's fine. So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't chosen my bookmark for that yet. And then, yes, finally, the Blackbird Oracle by Deborah Harkness. I'm buddy reading this with Beth from Soul Stained Ink, and we are doing a chapter a day on this. And what is really exciting is that Deborah Harkness has just announced the next title for book 6. And it's called The Falcon and the Rose. Now, is this going to be Gallowglass's story? I don't know, because the rose, could it be something to do with the War of the Roses? Elizabeth, that, because there's a rose, but I'm hoping, if it is, fine, great. But if it isn't, please let it be Gallowglass's story. I want Gallowglass back, please. I don't know if he returns in this. I would love it if he did, because we need our Gallowglass back, please. So that's what I am going to be reading this weekend. As I say, I watched the rugby this afternoon. Scotland play Italy at home, and then we have, I think it's Ireland, England. I don't know whether it's, I can never remember whether it's Ireland, England, or whether it's England, Ireland. Can't remember who's got the home game out of those two. So do that. Tomorrow I will try and get some more work done on my reading log and start my February page. So that'll be that. But that's kind of my weekend plans. This week, what else to do this week? I was out with my other half on Thursday, and that was nice. It was good to go out with him. I went and tried to get this computer print shop put back on. Didn't work. Emailed the company and they've given me a code. We'll see if it works. And then yesterday I was out with Mum, so that was nice. So being out, but I'm feeling I want to be at home just now. So that's nice. I just need to be snuggly and cozy up at home. But that's the way it goes. So please let me know down in the comments, what have you been doing this week? What have you been reading? Has there been anything good? Have you read any of the books that I've mentioned? If so, what did you think of them? No spoilers, please. Absolutely none. And what are you reading this weekend? What are your plans for this weekend? I'd love to know. Come chat with me down in the comments. And on the way there, if you'd like to, you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, why not hit that subscribe button? It helps my channel keep growing. Hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when I'm bringing out more videos. But I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye.